Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nioh. I'm the Mysterious JG. We are closing in on the end of this LP, and I mean it, folks, because here's the thing. For those of you who've loyally watched this thing all the way through, or even if you're just joining late, you've seen me struggle quite a bit during this game, but basically managed to get through everything the game has thrown at me on the normal, which I believe is lowest difficulty setting. So, I was actually kind of accidentally came across something fairly recently, and by mistake in Lethal's Discord channel, where I came up as a brief topic of conversation, and the trait that people attributed to me was, I don't know if the correct word, because they kind of both got thrown around, was sort of resilience or stubbornness, but it was kind of, they were being used interchangeably to talk about the fact that I will stick with a game once I've committed to LPing it. And this game has been, in no way do I regret having LP'd this game, because I've had a lot of fun. It got off to one of the slowest starts ever, as far as I'm amazed people are still with me who were watching at the beginning, because it took me so many videos to clear the first stage. And there's been hints and tips along the way. Like, I don't know that I would have gotten anywhere if somebody hadn't just flat out told me. And I really should have looked up this person's name before I started the video. But, like, somebody basically told me, yeah, if you use this Guardian Spirit and the Guardian Spirit Charm, it does a almost 100% effective trip attack against human enemies, which is really key to winning these fights against human bosses. Particularly when you get to the post-main story side missions where you're just fighting two bosses at the same time. And that's like what a whole lot of this post-story optional content, not the DLC, the optional post-story missions are all about. Now let's see you fight two bosses at the same time, which I find really frustrating. I really hated a lot of those missions, but that's kind of what they were, and that tip made them beatable. Otherwise, I'd never have gotten through. And I've developed a very specific build, which has been described by some as a glass cannon, although everything I've heard and read online about Nioh suggests that at the higher difficulties, and even in just the DLC on normal difficulty, most builds can only take 2 or 3 hits before they're down anyway, so I don't feel like mine is more glass cannon than any other. But suffice it to say, it's a difficult game, and I've cleared almost everything. And I've cleared all the DLC main missions, and I've cleared the side missions, and there's only a couple side missions left. The side missions that populate after you do the last DLC. And despite being at like the 99% completion point for all of this stuff, I'm just not really feeling it anymore. I last recorded this game before Christmas. I took a break from this game. I recorded the entire Christmas special, which is Samurai Warriors 4 content. I know it's a long intro. I'll get to the game in a bit. All of that, I recorded a bunch of my new Legend or Spirit of Sonata LP. I've really been putting off coming back to this game because my last 2 videos were just failure vids. Completely failing to do anything in the Grand Tournament and failing to do anything against just kind of a smaller but still significant marathon of Sanada-related enemies. So we're at the point now where all the optional missions that are left are closed space missions, nothing where you're going around exploring, just closed space missions where you got to face a whole bunch of enemies. Or really nasty enemies at the same time, which is what this one is going to be. So I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? I do feel like I'm pretty resilient, and I do feel like I'm pretty determined to beat these games. I do feel like I stick with some games for the long haul, and it seems strange to do it at the 99% point, but there's a point now where I'm like, you know what, I'm okay with not beating these side missions, because I feel like I could beat any of them. This one might involve getting a new build. Like, I think the Kusarigama build isn't well suited to this mission, and I checked out a video for curiosity of somebody beating it fairly handily using a spear-based build, and I'm like, yeah, but do I really want to rebuild my entire character just to do that mission? I kind of don't. I'm sure you can beat it with my current build. I'm just like, I don't know. So what I propose is this. We already know this is Abyss mode that I was never going to clear, because there's 999 levels of it, literally. I looked it up. So I'm not going to beat that anyway. I've played around on the higher difficulty levels. This is a way to grind. I feel like I've certainly gotten my money's worth out of this. The DLCs, you could make an argument about whether the DLCs individually were worthwhile. How much did they add to the main game? Were the individual DLCs a bit of a ripoff? You could have that discussion. I don't think it's possible, unless you hate the game engine and can't bring yourself to play it. I don't think it's possible to say that the main game is not worth the price of admission, if you like this genre of game at all. So I certainly feel like I got my money's worth out of Nioh, and beating these games would just be it would just be out of a sense of obligation to do it. And I'm like, I have to reach a point where I'm like, no, you know what? I'm playing this game for fun, and I've been dreading this recording session I'm on right now because I don't anticipate having fun trying to clear these missions. So I'm just going to take at least one crack at each of the missions we haven't seen and play it by ear. And if I do surprisingly well and I really get motivated, I'll go ahead and try to beat all these missions. But my anticipation is I'm going to spend about a video's worth of time trying to beat Master Ninja, and then I'll probably spend about a video's worth of time trying to beat Everlasting Duty. And between the two of them, that will be 1 week's worth of videos as I upload these, since these go up twice a week. And then I'll be starting something else instead. Funny coincidence, as I finally sat down to start this recording session, which I've been putting off for almost a month at this point. Not quite a month. 2 or 3 weeks. When you go to the title screen, it gives you the option to pre-order Nioh 2. And I did. So I'm sitting here telling you how played out I am on Nioh, and how over Nioh I am, and how it's like I feel kind of a little bad about it because I'm so close, but I'm like, no, I'm just not having fun anymore, and therefore I'm going to go ahead and stop. Because even beating the submissions that pop up when you beat the main game felt like something I should do before diving into the DLC. But now I'm like, well, there's no DLC left. It's just like, do I feel like putting in hours to beating this mission and then having beaten this mission stopping? Or do I feel like stopping now because I'm not going to enjoy that last little stretch? But all that being said, yes, I've already pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition, which is why you'll notice, even though I didn't actually intend this, I thought I was downloading it, I changed my avatar to a little Kadama guy. That's one of the digital thingies. So anyway, with almost a third of the, a quarter of the LP, or the video down at this point, I will show you that I changed my layout very slightly. I got a different item here. I don't, because it doesn't have Kadama sense, but it does boost my shuriken and kunai damage. And I've also, I switched things up. I got storm kunai, just to give me one more thing to throw at enemies, because I tend to win boss battles when I'm able to stay at a distance. And with exceptions, like that frickin' giant centipede guy. And I added Shinobi Box. And now I only have Elixir on one of my shortcuts, so that could be a problem. But, so, you know, I'm having difficulty, so I changed my layout to make things more confusing for me. That might be a bad thing. But then again, I haven't played in a couple of weeks, so it's not like I've memorized either layout. But yeah, I added Shinobi Box, which means I can reset my items. Although I don't know that Shinobi Box will restore itself between failures, so I should probably try to use it pretty sparingly. And Shinobi Box will just give me more of my ninja skills. As for the... there's also one that does the same thing for Onmyo Magic, but without opening up a fourth set of shortcuts, I just can't take advantage of that. The big thing I've sacrificed is I no longer have the scroll that makes your body explode. I have the quick change scroll. I only have 2 of them, which will... It's my get out of jail free scroll. I've only got 2 now. And I got rid of the one that means my body explodes when that happens, which could be bad, because sometimes I think that gives you just enough time. It knocks down the enemy that was killing you, so it can't kill you again immediately as soon as the quick change scroll is done. But I guess we'll see. I switched it up to give myself even more throwing items. Poison Shuriken, Fire Shuriken, Kunai, Storm Kunai, and regular Shuriken. And then Shinobi Box. So let's take a crack at Master Ninja Theme Song. This should be harder than the 2 that I've already been failing. So, but I believe it is just one big meatball. Oh, and the other thing is, I know at least one of you is looking forward. I can't wait to see him trying Everlasting Duty. I kind of spoiled for myself what it is. So if you're expecting a PewDiePie-style scare cam reaction with me freaking out at what this mission is, I'm afraid you're not going to get it. I already know what it is. I'm already anticipating spending 30 minutes trying to beat it, failing, and then saying, well, thanks for watching the OP, guys. But who knows? Maybe I'll be able to figure out a way. Master Ninja, you have received a message, William. The sender is unknown, but it says the Hayabusa clan wishes to face the famed Golden Samurai in combat. The note was slipped into my breast pocket. When, I do not know. It would take an incredible amount of skill for them to do such a thing without being detected. They must be ninja of the highest ability. If you decide to accept their challenge, I recommend you do so with great caution. This is one where I feel like it is... it's like a single boss that's supposed to be really difficult. Ghost was merely dried grass. So it's like... I could fight this thing for 3 hours and never beat it, or I could just spontaneously, like, 10 minutes in, just, like, hit a pattern where it's not really able to do anything against me. Yeah, but, I'm kind of wishing now I'd done a little practice session or something first. Oh. Wow. So it's Jin Hayabusa. That would be Ryu's dad, I believe. How did he kill me? I really actually don't understand how he's killed. He's got like some kind of crazy super ranged. Okay, I don't see myself beating this guy already, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to beat this guy. So I might just have a video's worth of this guy immediately killing me every single time. Well, looks like I got one for free there. Okay, well, I got his... Looks like it's going to be a matter of trapping him to where he can't move, because he kills me the instant he can move. unfortunate timing. Oh, well, that killed me. So this is an interesting fight against Super Ninja Man. But again, I've kind of told myself I'm going to give each fight at least one attempt because, you know. I was trying to get off trip attack. I figured that was the only way I'd beat him. I feel like I've got a better chance of beating this guy than anyone else, any of these other missions, because it involves just everything going right once, as opposed to a really extended, perfect run. Fuck. Keeps avoiding being knocked down. Oh man, I thought I had him trapped in the pattern for a minute. We're not finished yet. I say when we're finished, and I think we'll be finished fairly soon. Unfortunately, it'll probably be with you defeating me, but... Oh, come on, game. I had to have him there. You gotta give me that one. Variety of special tools, like Jamie Noble. Use Nitty as a tool, you know? Maybe I just gotta keep getting him to do that damn fire attack and... Alright, got him to the halfway point here. Damn it, this one hurts. Fuck. Come on, I wasted one of my shinobi boxes. I gotta get him now. Damn it. Oh, that one hurt extra because I used a shinobi box and didn't get him. It does feel like I could beat this guy, though. My shinobi box does not get restored, unfortunately. Okay, so that was wasted. Shinobi box doesn't give you back full ninja stuff, just like some of it, so it's of limited usefulness, but I did want to at least experiment with using it. Slowdown doesn't really last long on him at all, does it? Oh, wrong button. I mean, he's mad. He doesn't like how much more effective I was there with the I was a lot more effective than I have been before with the trip you up talismans, and that pissed him off a bit, it seems like. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Once I took that fire shuriken to the face. So, definitely under the impression that if I kept at this, I could beat it, but I've also kind of told myself what I plan to do with this, which is... maybe I should be doing more just in close fighting and less treating him like a boss to be respected and more like a regular old enemy, but... Oh, buddy. That's what I wanted you to do. Damn it! Oh, so close. I was trying to do an evade roll. Oh, I think I can beat this guy. That'll make me feel a little better. I don't know if that's going to make me want to go back and retry those levels where you got to beat, like... Because the issue is I've beaten all of the bosses from that Sanada mission before. It's just like, do I really want to keep doing it until I get, without using any of my goodies, a perfect run against every single one of them and blah, blah, blah. Ooh, it's Roman Reigns. Ooh. Damn. Oh, I accidentally, Oh, I accidentally won. Woo. I defeated Ryu's dad, who is apparently older than we thought. Oh, now let me give you an Ayane victory pose. No, I don't have the breasts for that. I'll just bow. I still require further training if I am to be killed by the Jakku, and then, I guess, killed by somebody else in the Sigma series. I don't even know if I got killed in that series. I got blinded for sure. Anyway, nice to train with you, buddy. Alright, well, there you go. That gives me a little bit of confidence coming back from a failure, a whole recording session of failure vids. And if I'm able to defeat... So I promised I would take at least one crack at each remaining mission. If I can beat the next mission I haven't tried yet, that might just fire me up enough to go back and force myself to beat the 100-man melee in the Sanada mission. But we will see. We will see. You managed to defeat the challenge? Excellent. I researched the Hayabusa clan, but could only gather a few scraps of information. While they are indeed a ninja clan, they do not seem to belong to any particular sect, and instead keep to themselves for the most part. They tend to fight the black spider ninja, who tend to explode a lot. Now JG is switching inputs because he accidentally switched away from the correct input. The only traces of their existence come from rumors of their endless quest to overcome evil, and of secret talks between their leader and Lord Nobunaga. You would have more chance of trying to bottle a morning mist than find any more information on them. Yeah, particularly you would have more chance of it seems like you would have more chance of bottling the morning mist than getting a new Ninja Gaiden game, since it seems like Ninja Gaiden 3 killed the most recent series, though who knows. It would seem that the ninja of the Hayabusa have taken a vastly different path than the one I've traversed all my life. Those guys are a bunch of weirdos. And that's me talking. We got a Young Ninja's Locks and a Shinobi Box ×3, so that's good. That'll replace the one that we used, which was used in an unsuccessful run. So there you go. Just before I can forget, I need to, well, I should probably use the Shinobi Box, or the Young Ninja's Locks. You only get a Young Ninja Locks? You're just feeling like the ultimate ninja ever, and you just got the one that gives you 1 ninja point. Well, whatever. But that, and we should probably visit the storehouse, because I gotta find the not the summon, yeah, the Shinobi Box, and oh, never mind. I guess my inventory already got refilled. All right, guys. So there you go. We defeated Jin Hayabusa. We didn't defeat a distant ancestor of Ayane or any of the other characters from Dead or Alive. But we did defeat a distant ancestor of Ryu Hayabusa. And that feels like a huge accomplishment somehow. That is the ultimate... According to... Apparently, he's the ultimate one-on-one human boss of the game, because the next mission is going to involve 2 bosses we've already encountered. And you've already seen me fail at the mission that just, let's throw all the Sanada-related boss characters at you, and you got to beat them all in a row. And then the one where you just got to beat 100. The 100-man melee does involve 2 human opponents that we haven't seen yet at the end. Although, actually, one of them we've seen, but as an ally, it's... I might as well spoil it for you. Apparently, you take on Kojiro and Musashi at the end. But I don't think they're really, like, super unique. I think they're just named... like, high-end human sprites using their respective sword sets. And again, you're fighting them at the same time. So I would say that this game has positioned Jin Hayabusa as the ultimate one-on-one human opponent you could face. And we just defeated him. Huzzah. When we come back next time, we are going to, which could be, will probably be, I'm going to say, the last video of the LP. But the plan right now is I will leave the grand tournament for others to enjoy, and the fate of the fair for the afterlife will just we'll face the Sanada, and we'll let the Sanada defeat us, and we'll just be like, okay, buddy, ninja magic, I escaped, but if it gives you some kind of peace in your soul to have defeated me, good for you, Yukimura. I would rather not play that mission a million more times and get frustrated and angry, because it will make it more difficult to enjoy Spirit of Sanada, where I'm supposed to be playing as and rooting for those guys. But we will next time in, again, probably the last video of the LP. we will probably spend 30 minutes failing at everlasting duty. But who knows? Maybe I should be a little more confident. Catch you guys next time.